Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is the second part of this logo cleanup. I've already done these first two lines, so if you haven't watched that video, you might want to watch it. But the stars are going to, the part of the flag that's a star is going to be almost exactly the same. My nudge factor set on 3 inches, so we're going to leave it there. You're going to do the same thing we did with the others. This is a little bit more difficult. We're going to grab this part of the star flag, this part, and move them up. Now, as you can see, there were some gray stars, so we just need to delete them anyway. Now, this is going to work a little bit different than with the boundary tool because we've got a couple of stars that are leaking into the edge, but it's not really that big a problem. I'm going to encase it and select it all. I'm going to hit boundary. Now, I'm going to move down, and remember, we don't want to ever change our nudge distance. We want to keep it the same so we can put it right back. Now, we do want to keep these stars, so I'm going to Control G, and I'm going to show you why in just a second. But we need to fix this. This is pretty easy because it's just hairlines. You can take these nodes and just connect them. And then you can actually take the virtual segment delete key and delete these. Now we're going to do one more star, and then we're going to color fill this to get a better shape. This one's a little bit easier. I'm going to drop this one down. It might change the flag shape a little bit, but I'm going to virtual segment delete the star. So we've got some broken pieces in here, so we want to color fill this in. Then we want to move it over, and we want to left click, right click, and now we can get rid of this one totally. Now we can still go back 1, 2, and down, and we're back exactly where we need to be. Now we need to draw the stars. These things aren't very good. You could probably actually go with this, like that one's not bad, but this one's pretty bad. So what I would do, I would take a star, and I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm going to make a star about that size. We can move it down just to see. But these are what I'm going to call a Squatty Star. So right here, you've got a 5-point star, but we can actually change the angle and make them a Squatty Star. That's pretty good. Now what we want to do, we want to move this guy out of the way. We want to group this together. It's already grouped, but we want to lock this. So now this star panel cannot be moved. Okay, now we want to take this and fill it in with black just so we can see it. I'm still keeping the hairline around it, and I'm going to put my first star in place, and you can see we need to rotate it a little bit, and then I'm going to set my nudge factor. Just remember, we got a nudge factor set on 3. I'm going to set it on 0.001 so I can kind of move this star around a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm just stretching it out. But with the nudge factor being real low, I can move it till really where it needs to be. Then I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. Control D and make a duplicate. It almost goes in the exact same spot it needs to be. Control D. Control D. Control D. This one's going to be a little bit off because of the shape of the flag. It's actually like the flag is flying, but I'm going to move it around with the nudge factor, nudge distance. Control D and make a duplicate again and move it down here. Now this time when we go Control D, it's going to put a star way down there because Corel goes in and makes your duplicate the same distance you moved it before. So we can move this up here. And then what you could do is probably the best thing is Control D another one. So because you haven't moved that. Now Control D, and see we jumped. But they're very easily put into place. And I'm just going to get them close right now. And then we'll move them with the nudge tool. All right, I'm going to pause the video right now and finish these stars, and then make a second video, or actually a third video on this subject, to how to put these stars back. Hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.